first word that I ever said. Visions of galloping in my head. Manes flowing, tails held high. I knew that I was born to ride. I was born to ride, like a bird was born to fly. Fish gotta swim, sun's gotta shine. Love me, love my horse, 'cause that's the way I'm gonna spend my life. 'Cause I was born to ride.
Hey, this is R.J. Sadowski. Thank you for taking the time to take a look at this little presentation that we're about to give you. You know, get to a certain point in your life where you look at your scrapbook. Well, there I was in front of that truck with the horse that was difficult to catch. Another year I look at my scrapbook and there I was, the truck and the trailer and me and the horse that walked off when I tried to get on his back. And then another year there was the truck and the trailer and the horse that was very rude and pushed into me every time we tried to take him anywhere. What I finally realized was that my scrapbook was the same from one year to the next. The only thing that changed in my scrapbook was that my truck got newer and me and my horses got older. I decided it was time to make a change. Off I went on a quest around the United States to spend time with the most famous horsemen in the world. This little presentation today is going to show you how to be with your horse and be in constant communication. You know, a relationship is stronger than any rope or chain that you could ever find. It's having your horse wanting to be with you. And isn't that what we all want? Whether we are dressage or western or trail, or maybe we just like doing endurance riding, whatever our preference, if we could understand that having a meaningful relationship with your horse, where you can get to your horse's mind, that's going to be the pathway to his heart. If we don't force, they won't resist. The biggest concept I want you to focus on is a continual conversation that I'm having with these horses and their responsiveness and their choice to stay with me instead of anywhere else in this environment. It's not all about the techniques. If you can have that relationship of a willing partner, then whatever your discipline is, it's going to go a lot more successfully and you're going to be a lot safer. So enjoy. So I would like to present you Red Cloud. He's just turned 5 years old this summer, and he's a Rocky Mountain, Kentucky Mountain horse, registered in both registries. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this horse at liberty. So I'm giving him a choice to be anywhere in the world that he wants to be, and he's deciding that he's going to stay with me, and I want you to notice the communication that's going to be happening. His mind and my mind are together. Now the horse is fairly confidently backing up and wanting to participate in the little game and a little obstacle course I've provided for him here. He does not know where he's going, and this is not a robot. What I did not want is a robot. I wanted a horse that does not know what I'm going to do with him every single time that we go to do an activity. Now he's kind of asking me questions. He's saying, do I swing over to my right hip? I'm going, no. We're going to go back. So I'm going to gently support him with a small contact on his tail. It's kind of like holding his hand. And he's now trusting me more. We're going to get him through a little difficult part here. You can see that the horse often asks me questions and is actually saying to me, I'm really not sure. I need you to help me out here. I want to be here because he's not leaving. But he's looking back at me saying, you know, we never did this before. Are you sure this is the right way? And I'm saying yes. Stay with me. Just a couple of hairs of his tail between my fingers is all that we need for him to understand that I'm supporting him. What's important to understand is this is not about me. This is about the horses and the relationship that we're building together. There's actually a tree here and a stump, and we want to go around that. So he has to look to see where it is. What you should be able to see is a constant communication. The horse is asking me questions. I'm encouraging him. I'm supporting him. I'm telling him it's okay. These are not trick horses. If you know horse psychology, then you would understand that you've all seen two horses nipping at each other. Their forefeet planted. Finally, one horse will move. The one who moved their feet and backed off is not the dominant horse. It is the other one that established dominance. And the other horse that moved gave the dominance to that other horse. What these horses are doing is totally trusting my leadership. They are totally giving voluntarily their trust and their confidence in me and seeing me as their leader and giving me that leadership position. That's what this is about, a relationship. And there we are. Congratulations, Red Cloud. Okay, so I'd like to present you with Whisper. He's a little, just turned 4 years old, little Rocky Mountain horse. He's had probably 8 or 10 rides on him, very short rides. And we've been working with him because we want to make sure we establish that relationship. Whisper has a different kind of an equinality. He has different ways of expressing himself. You're going to see him do a little pawing when he's not sure and he's maybe insecure. He may paw, he may look back. He expresses himself in a different way. The key here is going to be, if we can understand the way their equinality is, then we can unlock that, and we can use that to really relate to this horse and develop that relationship. As we're teaching them, we're just supporting. Just supporting gently here. What I love about this is that the horse asks questions and he offers. And how many offers do our horses give us that we never notice? You see him asking me questions. You see me responding by encouraging him. He looks back. He tosses his hindquarters to one side or the other. He's actually offering. Can we go that way? Going, no, this time we're going this way. Very light touch. Good boy. That's a good boy. Come on back. Don't give up now. Good. Come. Good boy. Oh, I'm so proud of you. So as the horse enters the barn, there's many ways that we could go. He could go to the left, which is an offer he just made me, but I said, no, let's not. Let's go to this other stall. You see, there's 3 or 4 different options that we could take inside this barn. And there we go. So he's listened to me the whole way. Congratulations, Whisper. May I introduce to you the backside of Peanut. So you might be asking, well, how did you start to teach those other 2 boys, Red Cloud and Whisper, all of this? Well, here's how it starts. He's reading me. I'm starting to get his mind. We want to show the horse that we want to be his leader. We're earning the leadership position. And if you'll notice, the rope is dragging on the ground. He's transferring from reading feeling to reading my body language. So I want to establish a language with this horse. All of the horses I ever deal with, just like the language that the horses have between themselves. Very good. The big thing here is Peanut does not know where he's going. Now he's going to be asking me questions like, woo, I think we're going into the barn. Can I go that way? And I'm going, no. Wiggling the rope. I don't want to force him. I want him to get the idea. I want it to become his idea. Peanut is offering to do things. He's making his own choices. And I'm not stopping him from making those choices. This is a 49-51. If he's going to make a mistake, I let him make it 49% of the time. The other 51% of the time, I would like him to participate and do the things I want to do. That's the relationship. Finally, he's going to go ahead and back into the barn. Now, which stall does we want him to take? You could see I'm asking, move your butt over. Now, no, we're not going to turn around. We're going to continue backing up. Let's back into that stall. Yay, there we go. We got it made. So this is the foundation of how it starts. Yes, good boy. You know, the more confidence and relationship we have with our horses, the bad news is that the easier that it is for them to be bored. So what we want to do is always be creative. So here I'm going to back these two horses up together. You notice that as I backed up, Whisper went off to the side a little bit, so I could fix that up. These are horses, young horses in training. What I'm trying to do is communicate with them. I want to line them up, and I want to back them up probably about 25 yards to a place where there's a 4-foot doorway, a gateway. And I want to back them simultaneously through the gateway, having them use their hindquarters, their rear ends, to push the door open at the same time. So this is a goal for me, to sharpen my communication with the horses. As you can see, again, they're really participating. I want these ropes. I'm still doing this with ropes. Eventually, I would dream about doing this at Liberty. Both horses at once with no ropes and halters. Incidentally, the ropes and halters are simply a communication tool. What I want to do eventually is drop them. I want the bellies of the ropes on the ground. As you see it, they end up on the ground. That's what I want. There they go, pushing that door open. Awesome. This is what we're looking for. Two happy horses in communication. So here we are. We're working on teaching bridleless riding. We want lightness, suppleness. I want this horse listening to me while I'm on his back. This is an extension of things we've done on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and do some figure eights around some plantings of flowers here. You can see the horse is listening to my weight and my focus. This is part of our focused riding series, showing you how to go ahead with this. So here we are, we're on Red Cloud with a little presentation for you showing how I'm teaching bridleless riding. So I'm using my body language. I'm going to go around here. The goal is going to be to get up on top of this pile of gravel, stop on this gravel. The horse is paying attention. Horse is happy. He's got one ear cocked back. What next, Dad? He says, well, let's just stay here for a second. You did well. Okay, now what we want to do is we're going to try to have the horse understand the concept that without me using the reins, I don't want to touch his mouth at all, and I want this horse, I want to have control of all of his body parts. I want to be able to move his front end, move his back end. I want this horse to do a 360-degree turn on top of this pile of gravel. You can see my feet moving, you can see me speaking to the horse. What we do to start out with is exaggerate to teach. And then we're going to refine it as we go. So the horse will eventually, you won't see any movement in my body, but you will see the horse responding. This is just a young horse we're starting to teach. You might also notice we're not using any spurs even. That is one happy horse. You can tell the horse is happy. There he is. He's backing up for us. So here's Red Cloud, and we want to just show you about, desensitization. We want to show you that he's not afraid of my tools. You want to see that his attention is on me, that my horse, I kind of surprised him there for a second, but that's okay. He understands my intentions are he doesn't have anything to be afraid of here. And we're going to show you that we can do pretty much anything around this horse. We're going to go ahead and crack the whip around him, and my goal in the beginning was to get all the way around this horse. For this horse to trust me, smacking his whip behind him, in his blind spot even, changing eyes, this is very big. This is big, big confidence. And there we go with the helicopter. Horses hate stuff that moves and makes noise, especially above their head. It's just so much fun to have a relationship with your horse and have a language set up where you started with words and then phrases and then sentences and then actual stories. You could have just long conversations with your horse. So, but we need to be creative to do this. What are we going to do? That's the challenge. Well, here's an application of backing up at liberty. One of the most dangerous places you can be is inside your trailer with your horse. Well, wouldn't it be nice if we can have some words and phrases and encouragement set up where we can actually speak to our horse and have him respond without us getting in the trailer? What a good guy. I'm going to give him a little pet on his rump. Ask him to come back a little further. All he cares about is being my partner. You see, he's at liberty. So here we are. We want to show you another little section of bridleless riding. Here I want to get this horse up to a slow gallop or a fast canter. I want to show you that I can steer this horse, stop this horse. We're going to go around a sign that's coming up here pretty quick. And then we're going to ask the horse to stop, and there you go. All of this never touched the horse's mouth. Okay, so here we are galloping along. There's going to be a truck that's going to be coming along here soon. It's good to have the reins in case you ever needed them. So I'm just going to reach down. I'm going to be ready in case I need them, but I'm going to not use them. As you can see, I'm keeping the reins slack. And there goes the truck, and that never fazed my horse one single bit. He just continued on doing his job. His job is to not change gait, unless I ask him to. And he is just perfectly in spirit and mind with me, and away we go. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate taking time out of your life to watch this. What I'm presenting to you is what we have trademarked Horsemindship. Horsemindship because we take into consideration your horse's equinality and then move that into a relationship to a state of being with your horse and his mind. And what it actually is the next evolution of natural horsemanship. Everyone has had to call it natural horsemanship because they felt they needed to use the word natural. Well, horsemindship is inherently natural. It's being one with your horse. What more could be natural than having a relationship where your horse wants to be with you? Please feel free to visit our website, peacehavenfarm.com, and take a look at some of the clinics, the workshops, and all the information that you can find there. We hope to get to know you better in the future, have a relationship with you as well as your horse.
The world looks better from the back of a horse. Love me, love my horse. That's the way I'm gonna spend my life. 'Cause I was born to ride. Born to ride. I was born to ride. Untitled.